Oh my god. The streak starts now, bro. Oh, wait, let me take a look at this. Reddit been talking smack, saying it's your midlife crisis arc. They're calling you the Frankie Valli of this shit, only replaying the stuff you got famous for. Okay, so first off, that's crazy. Who's operating under the assumption that Frankie Valli should have new music? He's literally like 90. That seems like an unfair thing to expect from a 90-year-old man. And also, you're absolutely right. My mouth is moving like crazy. That's not midlife. Could be if you were like Methuselah or like one of his sons, maybe. Maybe we should read the Old Testament this year, man. Do it. Old Testament stream? Maybe I should become devoutly religious. I'm sorry, I literally like can't say this. But did you see that? Probably not, because I don't think this went viral on social media. But like, the Texans won their game last week or 2 weeks ago, but both, I think, because they're on a win streak. The reporter went over to CJ Stroud and was like, CJ, tell me your thoughts on this game. And he literally went, well, the first thing I want to say is that I don't deserve any of this. God is great, and I owe all of my glory to him. It's through him that like all this stuff is possible, and I just like to thank him for the opportunity to like do all this stuff and play this game and have this life. And he was like, yeah, I guess like honestly, I was just able to read the defense really well today. And I was like, what are you talking about, man? It's just, he went off for like, you can say it, don't get me wrong, but he went off for like 2 straight minutes. They asked him like, what are your thoughts on them running a zone when they should have double teamed Nico Collins instead? And he just went off, man. I was like, man, I guess God doesn't give a fuck about like the Broncos or whatever. God is not fucking with the Denver Broncos. He is a Houston Texans fan, which begs the question, who was he rooting for before like 03 when they came into the league? And if God is such a Houston Texans fan, why did he let them suffer for like the first 15 years of their existence so mightily, man? Like, that just seems cruel. Tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'm on my way to see her. We're gonna die again. It's gonna happen. Dishwalla reference? Yep. Yeah, Dishwalla reference. Hey, Dishwalla, I'll see you in Dishwalla Walla. Folsom Prison is my destination. Hey, East of Eden, you know that one? Track 8 off of Americana. I think it came on just before Why Don't You Get a Job? Can somebody fact check me on that one? In the scheme of life, we're all just brothers. Rehabilitate with all the others. Oh! I just bought that vinyl. Americana on vinyl would go crazy. To hear that crisp bass, umten gleben glauben globen, dum ticka dum pum 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 dum. Oh man. Give it to me, baby. Do you intend to anything that can't exclusively be played on vinyl? I believe. I believe in God. Yeah, but you didn't fucking come up with this shit, did you? 985, so pretty close. You said 895, but like your heart's in the right place. 985. I saw an Offspring concert when I was 13, and I saw a lady take her top off. And then you were like, Mom, Mom, put your shirt back on. Mom, he's playing The Kids Aren't All Right. This is not appropriate. I thought we agreed you were going to take your top off during Original Prankster. Oh, fuck. Fuck this game, man. Fuck. Nah, it's pretty chill. How can one little street swallow so many lives? Chances blow. Yeah, that's a classic, man. I don't buy that shit. Everybody that he knew died. Come on, man. Everybody in your 5th grade class is dead except you. And you're the lead singer of The Offspring. Give me a fucking break. I don't buy that shit for a minute. Not all of them. I also love that they're like some of the shit juxtaposed is not appropriate, man. Stacy had a chance, what she really did. Well, instead she dropped out, had a couple of kids. Brandon OD'd and died. What the hell? Okay, Stacy's still doing their best, man. Stacy's doing her best. Jimmy quit. Joey got married. Yeah. Oh, man. Stacy had a chance, so she really did. Instead, she dropped out, had a couple of kids, and now her life is fucking over. Now her life is a fucking disaster, man. It's basically as bad as that guy who OD'd. So that's why I put them next to each other in the song. Librarian, this one's the one. Get ready. This will be the start of the video called the beginning of the redemption arc. Why is everything in this game poop? Isaac, poop. Isaac, poop, poop. Poop, poop, Isaac, poop, poop, poop. Isaac, poop. Know what I'm talking about? Because scat fetish is incredibly common. Thanks for the the assist in coming up with something to talk about. I don't think it's incredibly common. I think that I think it's incredibly common if you just look at the quantity of people with it, because there's like 7 billion people on Earth. But I bet it's less than 1 in 500 individuals. I bet it's less than 0.2% scat fetish that would self-identify in an anonymous survey of having a scat fetish. I bet it's less than 1 in 500. Oh, let me rephrase. I bet it's 1 in 500 or less.
Friends till the end.
Just in case it's exactly 1 in 500, I still want my points. You need to survey 500 people to find out? You need to take a stats class. Also, the other thing is, no survey has ever been valid. You could ask every single person on planet Earth and get a sample size of 7 billion, and the top comment would still be, n equals 7 billion. Or some shit, like some dude doing... I'm not gonna finish my sentence. It was so mean-spirited for no reason. Oh man, okay, get me out of here. 6 to 7 billion. Do it. I was gonna say some dude taking a break from doing Mechanical Turks will type like correlation doesn't equal causation or some shit like that. That shit would piss me off if I was a real scientist. And I spent like years of my life in the lab trying to, study something to expand human knowledge, and then the top comment is from some dude in like first year art science that's like, well, actually, a lot of people seem to be under the opinion that correlation equals causation. Fuck you. You narrative-shaping motherfucker! Oh, are you trying to be nicer this year? No. That's not one of my resolutions. Wear pajamas is a resolution, and it's been going pretty well so far. Read at least 10 minutes a day. And the reason I chose 10 minutes is because I think, much like exercise, reading 10 minutes is one of those things that it's like just enough time that if you blocked, it's easy to achieve, but if you block off more than 10 minutes, you're very unlikely to be like, oh, I've finished my 10 minutes of reading, I'm going to stop now. You're like, I'm locked in. I want to see why does Ivan Illich hate his fucking wife so much? Bro, just chill. Chill, bro. You're literally like a barrister. Just relax, man. It's 19th century Russia. Like, you're just trying to make it through the day, bro. But I had some other stuff. I don't remember. 25,000 plus minutes on the Peloton, but honestly, like, nobody gives a fuck. We don't even need to talk about that. I'd wear a onesie. I don't mind wearing a onesie. I'm old, but I'm not a like a midnight pisser yet. I'm not midnight pisser old. So I can live with a onesie, because as soon as the pajamas come off, the cycling bib goes on. So I'll just piss in the period between the two. I'm sure it'll happen. I 100% think it'll happen. Because, I mean, unlike the average person, I know that, you know, the specter of age comes for us all. And almost every person that's old that I know is like, I woke up to piss last night. So I'm like not laboring under the delusion that that's not going to happen to me. You kind of lose that luxury when you go bald at like, you know, 18. You know what's funny too? Is saying shit like going bald at 18 and knowing that it's not funny, but I think it's probably like really sensitive for like a lot of 27-year-old guys out there that are like, could you please not talk about hair loss right now? Fuck you! You know, I was an adult with hair for like 380 days or some shit like that. You can fucking figure it out, bro. You had 9 years. You had 9 years to figure it out. And it was the fucking Bush administration. And you don't know what it was like. You don't know what it was like back then. Give me the restock. You're in Canada? Well, it was the Paul Martin / Stephen Harper administration, okay? Well, you wouldn't know shit about that. Now they're sending mega creeps down mid. They did take racks, bro. It's fucked up. No, it's not okay. They took racks and Chuck Schumer's out here saying some shit like save buyback. Buddy, like this, we gotta make a play. We gotta make a play, bro. Otherwise the mega creeps are just they're gonna push down the fountain. Hold. He's saying some shit like, I got mechanism in 3 seconds. Buddy, that's 250 HP. That's not gonna help. It's gonna help, but it ain't enough. Let's put it that way. I need Dota Tuesday in my life. Fuck it. Maybe I should run solo queue Dota. Just so I can hear people say, well, there's your problem. You can't solo queue. You can't solo queue and you can't full stack. The secret is you need to have 2 to 4 people to play with. Or 2 to 3, I guess I show. 6 to 7. Could be 6 to 7. No, we don't want that. Oh, good. We'll take this instead. Thanks for nothing. Redemption arc. Here it comes. What does this shit do? Does anybody know? Cool. Actually, you do raise a good point. 4 stacks so you can blame the random is actually, like, great tech. Even if you look at the graph and the random is like crushing you, you'd be like, he didn't fucking. If we got one gank, honestly, like we take that. If we got a gank at 8 minutes, we win that one for sure. Let's go again. What else? Let me one second. Let me check the Hoboichi Teko and see what we got in here. Let's see what are we putting the resolutions here. Meal prep lunches, that's a big one. I gotta stop eating like beef jerky and goldfish crackers for lunch. That's a huge one. That can wait. Calorie deficit king. Nah, I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'm sad you did not buy the card. The card. I'm sad you did not buy the card. My wife on Valentine's Day, if I didn't buy the card. Vancouver has meal prep services. Get on it. I did that for like a year. I'm sorry to be the person to tell you this. They suck so bad. You know how like people are gonna say skill difference, but I think honestly they're virtue signaling. You know how restaurant food tastes good as fuck, and the food you cook at home. There's like I don't know if you guys are in the same boat, okay? And I'm being for real with you. Restaurant food is like awesome. Food my wife cooks is great. And then if I cook something for myself, it doesn't matter how good it tastes. I'm always just like, yeah, of course it tastes good. I followed the recipe. Like, I just don't give a fuck what I'm cooking. It could be shit and it could be awesome. As it all, in my head, it gets normalized. Like, it gets pushed through like a Play-Doh extruder to just become meal. I guess just to become poop. But the meal prep service was drastically worse than the food I cooked for myself. Also, I know people are sick of hearing it, but I have to keep saying it. There's almost no meal prep service exists that meal preps what I want. So I think I actually have to do it custom, unfortunately. Because I want like the opposite of what the average person in 2026 wants. I want like a 1,100 calorie lunch that's carb heavy. And every single meal prep service is like, nobody has like a high calorie, I don't give a fuck about protein checkbox. Like every single one is like, we made it's poke with quinoa and like plant-based tuna. And I'm like, that's honestly cool, but I need like 4 of those, man. And then that's like $60 a day. It's a little rich for my blood when like you can literally get berries for free from a bush. So like we're just gonna have to, I think I'm just gonna have to buy like a fuckload of sweet potatoes or something, to be honest. I'm gonna have to become one of those guys who's like, I eat like 3 sweet potatoes a day, maybe. It's true, if they're in season. It's fucked up the fruits that are in season, like, don't grow here. I've never seen an orange tree in Vancouver, man. Well, I've seen like a picture of one, I guess, but I'm gonna fucking die again. No, I'm not. I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna win, and this is gonna be the start of the redemption arc. That's good. That's literally good. I'm on the super cube train. Oh, I'm sorry. I like soup, don't get me wrong, but they're just... Can I say something? They shouldn't have fired the Campbell's guy for saying what he said. That meat literally is like 3D printed. And that's honestly like why when I was a kid I actually liked it. Because every cube of chicken was like exactly the same. Like they did to chicken what Cavendish did to the fucking banana, bro. Every single cube of chicken is genetically identical. They made it Minecraft. You got fired for that? Well, he was reprimanded in some capacity. I'm not super against like a can of Campbell's soup now and then, but he basically said in the meeting, he said, our food, let's be honest, our food sucks. And they went, you can't say that. Buddy, have you ever eaten it? Of course it sucks. It's Campbell's soup. Like, it's not designed to be good. It's designed to eat like when you're sick. It's designed to be eaten when you don't have taste buds. Like, they haven't changed the recipe since like World War I, man. That shit was invented like a year after canning. I know that's 985. Yes, sir. Still better than Habitant? Excuse me, Habitant pea soup is a French-Canadian classic. You literally can't say that shit. Habitant in the yellow can. That's Canadian cuisine, bro. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the smoked ham and the pea soup. You're right. What is it? It's a French-Canadian soup. That's probably basically the same as Campbell's. He said it was for the pores. Okay, can I be honest? If he phrased that slightly differently, you guys would literally, like, ask him to run for president. If instead of saying, our shitty food is for poor people, he said, we're aiming a product at the budget-minded consumer in the face of rising food costs, you would be like, oh my god, I feel so seen right now. Instead, he said, our shitty food is for poor people, and everyone went, wait a second. Also, when I said that he shouldn't have been fired, I didn't know everything that he said. I was mostly just making a joke. I'm not saying I've got to vouch for everything that he said. I don't have internet, okay? But the meat is 3D printed. I know it's literally not, but functionally it is. Like, there is like a tube of chicken cubes that gets squeezed to make the Campbell's soup. I wouldn't eat that slop for poor people. It's basically 3D printed dog food. Okay, but can I say something? So that's a direct quote. The line kinda goes hard. The line jumps off the page. Holy cow. You ever tried the beef soup? It is dog food. The Campbell's chunky beef stew does come out of the can like dog food, for sure. Like, they can't be made in the same factory, because if they were, there would be mix-ups all the time. Why are we hating on dog food? Actually, that's true. Dog food is not, like, I've never eaten it. It smells bad. But at least it's not cat food, man. Because, like, cat food is fucking horrible. I don't know, what are we feeding our feline kings and queens, man? This shit is gross. And they're lapping it up because they don't know any better, man. They love it, though? I have got to feel like if they had, like, a burrito bowl or something, all of a sudden they wouldn't be fucking with the Royal Canin. They'd be like, this is the shit you guys have been eating? My whole life you guys have been eating this shit? Well, to be fair, cats, if any cats are listening, if you want to eat good food, try not being allergic to every good food on the planet, and also every seasoning. Literally not our fault. You're allergic to garlic, bro. Like, what do you, and onions. What am I supposed to fucking cook for you? You're allergic to garlic and onions. Why are you doing so well when you're playing so casually? Did you just get here? I've lost 27 times today. I've died 27 times. And I'm gonna be late for Jackbox, unless I die on this one. Or we get Brimstone. I just lost the game. Fuck, already? January 3rd, lost the game? Sucks for you, couldn't be me though. I'm still alive. Fuck you, man. It's actually the second. Oh, yeah. Good point. Fuck this, man. Every room is taking like an hour. They probably patched all the good items out of the game so you get bored with this and start playing Mugenics. They're seeding the ground for Mugenics. And I honestly, I'm happy for him. I'm ready. Pills, right? Okay, so we made Dark Bomb. Dark Bomb drops a pill that gives you, are you a wizard, instead of possibly giving you HP. Fantastic. Wonderful news. Fuck you. What did you think of yesterday's Chib Slop car game? Everything about your sentence offends me. My summer car was not only... sorry, my winter car is not Chib Slop. Secondly, it was not something he only played yesterday. He's been playing it for like a week. It's like everything you just wrote was wrong. Chib Slop is like... pallet racing simulator that made everyone want to throw up because the camera was like anchored to the back of the pallet. That one was good. That one, and I know that I'm not normal when it comes to motion sickness, but that game felt like it was designed to give you motion sickness. Like that was the reason it was produced. It was unbelievable. My winter car, it's literally cool. Oh, an item that does something! Yeah, that's a Chib gem. Not Chib Slop. Scratch Ticket game was Chib Slop. I actually think the Scratch Ticket game that Chiblee was playing could be peak. What I loved about it is that it was like an incremental game where you just, like, you won money gambling that allowed you to gamble more, but instead of allowing you to buy bigger and bigger jackpot scratch tickets, it just let you like hit more slot machines at the same time. And I thought that was like a cool riff on an incremental game. It's like, what if the more money you made from gambling, you didn't get to gamble with higher stakes, but instead you like built a room that had a hallway bordered by slot machines, and you ran down the hallway as fast as you could, pulling each of the levers, and then ran back the other way, grabbing the winnings, and just repeated that. I thought that was like a kind of a cool idea. Is this a tiers up or just a tier size up? Size up. Boom. Looking for this. Best part. That was a tiers up. I can tell. I can fucking tell it was a tiers up. Bike company near me created a bong you can put on a Garmin bike mount. Actually peak. Maybe 2026 can be the year of the bong. I feel like bongs have been underrepresented. We talked about this maybe in October. I really feel like as edibles and vapes have become more popular, the bong has suffered a lot. And there's just something about hitting the bong that just, I mean, it informs the kind of activity you're doing, I think. Like, you're not, I mean, maybe I'm not speaking from enough experience here. What I was going to say is, like, I don't think you're hitting the bong, waiting 40 minutes and going to sleep. I think you're hitting the bong and then you're putting on, like, a Mr. Show marathon or something like that. It's just different. It's like when you get into stationery, you know, there's things that just feel better to write down with a fountain pen versus, like, a golf pencil, you know? I'm sure there's certain types of weeds that you know, they probably smoke better out of a bong, bro. I have 11 minutes to do this. It's so fucking doable. I'll play Pot of Weed. I like that. I'll play Pot of Weed. It allows me to smoke 2 weeds. I don't know enough about weed or Yu-Gi-Oh! You're giving Kid Who Drank His First Monster Energy right now? I literally am Kid Who Drank His First Monster Energy. Because I've only had 1 Monster Energy in my whole life. And you're gonna hate this, but it's also ideologically consistent with the other shit that I say. I had it on a day where I had to go to work, but I was really tired. And I was like scared. I was like, I wonder if this is gonna be too much. And then imagine my surprise when it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all. Take that. That's simply not true. It just doesn't work. It didn't work to the level I needed it to work at, let's put it that way. That's ADHD coded? No, because caffeine works. Caffeine does do something. But I think maybe in energy drinks, like the taurine neutralizes it or something. But I will say that just to start a fight. In a standard issue soda, there's not enough caffeine to produce a dose response. I'm sorry. I don't care what the science says. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Soda doesn't have real caffeine is like the men drink boba tea faster than women for Origin. Every mod has one thing where they're like, I wish you wouldn't say it. And it's different for every... Actually, Origin, to be fair, has a lot, I think, but... There's a long list of things. I don't know, I've just never been like, oh... I mean, maybe when I was like 12, if I was trying to like virtue signal being a hard soda drinker, I might be like, I can't fall asleep, I've had too many Cokes. I can't fall asleep at the slumber party. But like as an adult, I've never in my life have I been like, oh, I can't sleep. Probably had, it's because I had 2 Diet Cokes. I have become, and Origin, you're gonna hate this too, I apologize. I've become a 2 cup of coffee a day sort of guy again. And the reason is, the first cup of coffee at 5:21 in the morning is medicinal. Needs to happen. I'll acknowledge that 100%. Yeah, go ahead, take that, give me a spirit heart. Even better. The second cup's just for leisure, bro. And the second cup, the reason I know it's for leisure is because I don't have it until like 3:30 p.m. Shit, I gotta go faster. We will not be missing any Jackbox. Hold. Like I've been on this arc lately. I have my cold brew at like, 5:15, and then later in the day I go, you know what would help me aura farm right now? Carrying around a flat white, and then I get a warm flat white from a coffee shop, and I'm like, this is awesome, man. And then the flat white tastes so good, maybe because it's not being chugged at 5:20 in the morning, that I think about it like all day. Like even when I'm going to bed, I'm like, oh shit, that flat white was fucking peak today, man. It's got to stay in 2025. It's literally, first off, you guys blew out the flat white. I've only had like 5 of them in my entire life. And now you're telling me that the flat white is over? Like, what's the problem? Well, what are we drinking now? Don't say cortados, because cortados are 2025 as well. It's not over, stick with it. Enjoying the coffee? Grab your coffee. You'll love this next coffee. short macchiatos, bro. I'm not even fucking with you, Chibli. I would love your opinion on where coffee culture is going, because I genuinely think Vancouver literally waits a season and steals the trend from New Zealand. Not for everything, but for coffee, 100%. Josh lived in Australia in 2014 for a few months, and he was always talking about flat whites, something I had never even heard of in my life. Wouldn't you know it, like 6 months after he moves back to America, all of a sudden you start to see it on a lot of cafe menus. As a Vancouverite, I can attest to that. We're literally like stealing your homework. Josh is a tastemaker. He kind of is, Josh is, for a crazy guy, he's actually the most normal guy I've ever met in my entire life. Like, you never know whether if you get a message from Josh, you never know whether it's gonna say, hey, Ryab, fuck you, or alternatively, and it's exactly the same likelihood, any of yins pick up that new Indiana Jones game? You just never know. Oh my fucking god, I fucking died again. You just never know until you see it, man. Well, this was a pretty good day of Isaac, I would say. I lost 4 times. It's a typical day for you. You turn into a jet and die. The redemption arc starts now, man. You may be stuck in 2017 playing Isaac talking about Josh.